More people were killed in Leyte as tropical cyclone Agaton triggers another massive landslide. Agaton weakens into a low-pressure area, but heavy rainfall warnings are still up over parts of eastern Visayas. More than 8,000 law graduates have finally passed the recent bar exams. National candidates are on a roll to visit more places today, as campaigning will be prohibited during Maundy Thursday and Good Friday. And it was one pink fight as students and fans of De La Salle and Ateneo painted the Mo Arena pink in support of Vice President Leni Robredo's presidential bid. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know as you jumpstart your day. I'm Charles Lejano. Authorities continue to find bodies buried alive after parts of Baybay City, Leyte were hit by landslides. Brome Lopez with the report.
Due to the damage brought by Tropical Depression Agaton, Baybay City, Leyte is now under a state of calamity. The damage can be seen as you enter the city, where muds, rocks will welcome you in Barangay Bunga. On Tuesday afternoon, rescue personnel were able to retrieve 3 dead bodies.
Yung bahay namin, lipat lang kami.
Hindi sila lumipat?
Hindi po. Sana matulungan niyo po kami. Wala na kaming bahay. Wala na kaming matitirahan po.
Over in Barangay Catagnos, another massive landslide affected 156 families in the village. Now all that is left is their gymnasium. Jeneline survived the ordeal, but she lost 2 of her children and dozens of her relatives remain missing.
Yung inanuhan namin nga bahay, bundok at saka may sapa dito, suba. Sa gitna kami. Gumuho bilang yung lupa. Pagtingin namin sa pinto, wala na kami lahat. Tangay na sa lupa at saka tubig. Bitawan ko yung maliit, 1 taon na higit.
Landslides affected at least 6 barangays in Baybay City, Leyte. The local government blamed the non-stop rains brought by Tropical Depression Agaton. The continuous downpour is making it difficult for rescue teams to carry out search and retrieval operations.
Rescue and retrieval natin hindi makagalaw ng husto dahil doon. Mobilize na yung mga equipment, mobilize na yung mga tao. Hindi lang talaga mapasok.
Unstable cellular connection is also a problem as authorities find it difficult to share information and updates on the ground.
Pag-asa is forecasting heavy rainfall over some parts of Visayas this morning. Orange rainfall warning is raised over eastern Samar as of 5 a.m. This means flooding is threatening in low-lying areas, while landslides are possible in mountainous areas. Meanwhile, yellow rainfall warning is up in Samar, and residents are advised to monitor the weather situation in their area, as flooding and landslides are possible. Tropical cyclone Agaton has weakened into a low-pressure area, but heavy rain continues to threaten some parts of the country. On the other hand, Typhoon Bashang has just left the Philippine area of responsibility. Let's get more details from weather forecaster Raymond Ordinario. He's joining us on the line from Pag-asa. Good morning again, Raymond. Could you tell us where this LPA, formerly named Agaton, is currently located?
Yes, sir. Good morning. The said low pressure area as of 3 a.m. was estimated around 65 kilometers southeast of Gaywan, Eastern Samar. The said low pressure area is now bringing cloudy skies with scattered to widespread rains and thunderstorms over the eastern Visayas, Masbate, and Sorsogon. Meanwhile, scattered rain showers and thunderstorms and a cloudy skies condition is still persisting over the rest of Visayas, northern Mindanao, Caraga, rest of Bicol region, Marinduque, Romblon, and Quezon. Charles?
Raymond, let's talk about Typhoon Bashang, which entered the PAR yesterday, but is again outside the PAR as of this morning. Could you explain to us what happened here?
Yes, it is the Typhoon Malakas is that's our expected scenario that it will just enter the Philippine area of responsibility, then will move towards the northeast away from our country. So that's our expectation. So it enters around 10 a.m. yesterday and exited around 1 p.m. So only about 3 hours that it stays our the eastern boundary of our PAR. Then it is still moving on the northeast direction at the speed of 10 kilometers per hour and is still moving away from our landmass.
Right, that being said, is there a possibility for Malakas to re-enter the PAR, and is there a possibility as well for interaction between these two weather disturbances?
As of now, there is a very, very slim chance of this Typhoon Malakas to move, to re-enter our area of responsibility, because based on our monitoring, it is continuously moving on a northeast direction away from our country. And we are still expecting the remnants of, or the low pressure area from Tropical Depression Agaton will still be persisting, that these Malakas will go to absorb these clouds, or maybe the low pressure area will go to dissipate over the eastern Visayas area.
Are there any other weather disturbances that you guys over there at Pag-asa are currently monitoring?
So as of now, after the low pressure area and this Typhoon Malakas, we do not monitor any tropical disturbance near the area of responsibility, meaning to say we're going to expect a generally fair weather condition, aside from some isolated rain showers or thunderstorms over the rest of the Holy Week. So our folks are we can enjoy the holidays, and we're just advising them not to have a caution when sailing over the eastern seaboards of Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, and also the extreme northern Luzon due to the moderate to rough sea conditions.
Right, I hope you do get to enjoy your holiday as well. Thank you, Raymond. That was weather forecaster Raymond Ordinario reporting to us live from Pag-asa. More than 8,000 law graduates who took the bar exams this year finally hurdled the last challenge to becoming full-fledged lawyers. Shaila Francisco with the story.
Irene couldn't help but be emotional after she found out that she passed the bar exam. It was a challenge for Irene, who had to study at home amid the pandemic since she's a cancer patient. She just recently went on remission. Irene says it's her second take, and she somehow regrets that her mom wasn't able to see this moment.
Mami, alam ko, hindi mo na inabutan to. Ito yung araw na pinakahihintay mo. Bumagsak ako ng P1. Nakita ko kung paano ko umiyak na hindi ko nakuha ng P1. Pero sinabi mo, anak, pambangon lang, pag-aaralin kita, tiyaga lang, may awa ang Diyos. Kahit hindi mo na ako inabot ng review.
Emotions were running high at the Supreme Court as bar takers found out the results before it was shown on the lead wall. Other bar takers brought their relatives and friends with them.
Sobrang worth it po lahat. Para po kay mama, mga kay kuya.
Over 8,200 out of the 11,700 examinees passed the bar this year, a passing rate of 72.28%. The SC also defended passers from critics who are saying that this was the easiest bar examinations. The High Court says this cannot be compared to past exams as the latest test covered fewer subjects. The challenging pandemic situation should also be taken into account.
Merong mga veteran bar examiners that actually said it is easier to check and to them more transparent yung nakikitang answer kasi wala nang deciphering of the handwriting, and that may probably explain why mataas din yung passing rate.
Unlike before, results did not show top 10 passers. Instead, they recognized passers with high grades. 14 takers got a grade of higher than 90%. Schools were also ranked based on the number of first-time takers who passed and those who did an excellent performance. Of the 15 law schools with more than 100 bar takers, Ateneo de Manila University had the highest passing rate among first-time takers. The University of the Philippines, meanwhile, had the highest number of exemplary passers. Results came out even after a fire broke out at the SC Data Center early this morning. Leonen, however, clarified that the files were protected. The new lawyers are set to take oath on May 2. Shaila Francisco, VR1 News.
Let's find out where the presidential candidates are headed today. Manila Mayor Isko Moreno is set to campaign around Pampanga, and he'll be visiting Porac, Angeles City, and Mabalacat before attending a campaign rally in San Fernando City. Senator Manny Pacquiao will conduct a market visit in Pagadian City in Zamboanga del Sur. The lawmaker will also attend a courtesy call at the Capitol and the City Hall. And lastly, Vice President Leni Robredo will be in Masbate this morning. And Robredo will first meet with religious leaders in Liceo de Masbate. And she will then attend Robredo Masbateños People Rally at 9 a.m. Afterwards, the Vice President will also visit the Masbate City Hall. Instead of the usual blue and green, the Mall of Asia Arena was painted pink for the Ateneo LaSalle basketball game yesterday. Here's the report.
Excellent defense. Andrade, nowhere to go.
UAAP fans were expecting heavy rivalry between the Ateneo Blue Eagles and the DLSU Green Archers at yesterday's game. Instead, they were treated to a sea of pink. This, the students and supporters of both universities heeded the call of school administrators to show their support for Vice President Leni Robredo's presidential bid. Both schools made the announcement on Monday night, with Ateneo President Father Bobby Yap and LaSalle President Brother Bernie Oca urging students to drop their school colors and wear any shade of pink for the big game. The announcement was met with mixed reactions on social media. Some found it revolting bringing politics into sports, while others seem to agree that there is no better time to show their support for Robredo. Fans who attended the game at the MOA Arena also brought an open mind when it comes to sports, sharing center stage with political views.
Actually, for me, I think sports is mixed with politics po talaga. And to those people who say na sports isn't about politics, they're actually wrong. Kasi ang dami po talagang naapektuhan ng politics sa sports.
Let Leni lead. So we're all here. I mean, all of us are here to support not only our team, but of course our future president. So, laban Leni. Yeah.
But despite uniting behind a single color, the game is the game for ADMO and DLSU. In the end, LaSalle failed to find an antidote to Ateneo's domination of the league. The Blue Eagles remained unbeaten as they took the game 75-68. Meanwhile, the UP Fighting Maroons extended their win streak to 7, their longest win streak in 17 years after beating the NU Bulldogs 80-70. Richie Rivero had an impressive outing with 16 points after struggling to put up his numbers over UP's last 2 games. For its part, the Adamson Soaring Falcons halted their 5-game losing skid after a nail-biting escape against the FEU Tamaraws 64-63. And finally, the UST Growling Tigers kept their Final Four hopes alive after taking down the UE Red Warriors 72-61. This puts UST back at tied 5th place with FEU, while UE remained winless.
Here are the stories to watch out for later today. In just a few minutes, the NDRRMC is set to release updates on the casualties and damage left by Agaton. Some churches are set to conduct religious processions, as well as other Holy Week activities. And Barangay Ginebra eyes to tie the series with Meralco once again in Game 4 of the PBA Governors Cup Finals. The best player and best import of the conference are also set to be named today. And that's how the day is shaping up to be. Join us again later at 9 a.m. as we monitor the day's biggest stories from sunrise to sundown. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime and anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We're One News.